So, the war in Ukraine. Hi, everybody. I'm going to talk about the war in Ukraine for a little bit because everybody seems to like that. Just wanted to let you know that there's been a lot of developments on that. There's a drone company called General Atomic, and they are going to give super drones, battle ready, the devastating kind that kill people to the Ukrainians for $1 a piece, and they just have to come up with the money for the servicing of those drones and piloting and such like that. And I think that's just a little extreme. I don't understand where uh, everybody's just wanting to pile on to this thing, and then immediately after that story, I hear about the Russians want to deploy a robot on the battlefield, and with everybody just gearing up, and nobody seems to be talking about ending this in any other way than massive amounts of destruction. And I just wonder if that is the best way forward because this has never ended well. Anytime there's been conflict in the Eurasian continent, it's always ended badly with lots and lots of people dead. And it's just something that you don't really want to do. And I think that both sides need to come to the table. Anybody that says that Russia doesn't have any kind of real complaint here is probably just glossing over the facts and the history of it. And it's a matter of what people want, and everybody needs to have a little something. So if you just decide to hem Russia in with lots and lots of NATO, you just want it. Everybody gets into NATO, right? So Sweden wants into NATO, and Denmark, and Norway, and then they talked about Ukraine. Oh, well, maybe we should make that part of NATO too. And I think that that was probably not a good idea. NATO was formed as a bulwark against the Soviets back in the 50s. We had the DEW line, which is pretty much the like distant early warning. That's what DEW stood for, and it was a series of radar stations across Arctic North America, and they would signal if there was any incoming missiles or bombers. And the point was to be able to defend against any attack that the Soviet Union might mount against North America and, by extension, Europe, because everybody who was in the North Atlantic was a part of that treaty organization. And that's where we got the name NATO. So it's just a little bit, I don't know. There are so many different conflicting stories about all of this, and I just don't think that we're getting all the news. I don't think we're getting all the information. I think we're being led around by the nose about this. And to tell you the truth, I think Trump was right, and they should come to the table and negotiate a settlement, a peace. Because if you don't, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And like, this could be used as a cover for other actions. While we're all focused on what's going on here, somebody else is doing something else. Nothing is happening in isolation, really. There's no kind of like there's no absolute truth or absolute. There's no good guys or bad guys here, right? Everybody's got their own iron in the fire, and they hoping to beat the other guy, and it's just not a very, I don't know, it doesn't serve everybody. It serves money. It serves the people who are going to make money, and they are making money off of this conflict right now. They have said that there is so much hardware that has been given to the Ukrainians that it's depleting the NATO resources. I mean, they're saying them tanks, and sure, the Russians have way, way, way more tanks than NATO is giving the Ukrainians, but it's still depleting NATO, right? the Russians aren't suffering because of this. Russians seem to be making more money because of this. Trump was right that dependence upon renewables and that would lead them to needing more and more from Russia. It's not working out as they thought it would. Every time they make a move on one thing, then there's something else happens, and suddenly it's another problem for them to deal with. It's just one problem leading to another. I'm reminded of that story, the poem, where it ends with, I don't know why he swallowed the fly, perhaps he'll die, something like that. So if anybody remembers that, maybe you want to put that up on YouTube. It'd probably be pretty relevant right now. Just wanted to say that. And another story here in Canada is a kid was at a Catholic school. Now, everybody knows Catholics. Everybody knows the Catholicism. Even if you're not Catholic, everybody knows about the Catholic Church. It's been around a really, really, really long time. And so anyways, the story is there was a kid in the school, and the school was promoting this. Anybody can go into a bathroom. It's just, how do you feel? It's like the gender fluid stuff and things like that. They're promoting this in the school. This is in a Catholic school, by the way, right? I went to a Catholic school, and well, we had the catechism, which was training to it give you the lowdown on all the ceremonies and the reasons for it, and so that you would know as a Catholic what the church was all about. And I know there's those of you out there will want to rant and rave and say, oh no, I know what it's really all about. And it's like, well, you might know some things, but I doubt you know everything. And unless you got all the facts, trying to report on any single fact is probably, you're going to be wanting in any explanation that you might have, and open yourself up to criticism that you probably don't want. So at any rate, this kid's in school, and they were promoting this gender neutral idea that, oh, gender is fluid, and you gotta allow people, boys basically, who say, feel like a woman, I feel like I identify as a woman. Of course, I don't know how a man can say he feels like a woman because, well, unless you're born with ovaries and a uterus, that don't understand how you could understand how that feels. They don't think you can understand how it feels to have to go to the store and buy a product in order to prevent your pants from getting ruined and your underwear from being stained and stinky. So, I've got nothing but respect for women for what they have to put up with. And I do take some exceptions to what I see people promoting as, feminism. But at any rate, I digress. And this is about the kid and what he said. He arranged a protest to this idea that boys could go into the girls' bathroom. And this always seems to go in one direction. I don't see women arguing like, I should be able to go into the boys' or the men's bathroom. There's no great protest of women saying, why won't they let me into the boys' bathroom? And it's the same as the feminism where they want, I want to be able to have any job I want, except that they don't want to go into a sewer. And they don't want to do dirty, dusty, even if it does pay well. They might want to be on a construction site, but they want to be driving the grader or the backhoe or the bulldozer. They don't want to be doing the, I if you want to go and run a transit level, shoot bearings to mark borders and property lines and maybe for the erection of buildings and such. That's fine, right? I got no problem with that. I got no problem if you want to run a bulldozer and stuff. But let's be honest, you only want the high-paying, glamorous jobs, right? So, anyway, this kid, he has this protest, and they suspended him. They suspended him from a Catholic school for promoting the Christian uh, point of like gender, right? The men are men, women are women. In the beginning, he made them male and female, and that's it, right? So they want to change this, or some people, they want to change this, and so he formed this protest, and then they kicked him out, right? They suspended him. Then he went back to school because he felt that it was his right to be in school, and he felt that his suspension was improper, and he was probably trying to force the issue. And well, I don't disagree with that. Like, if you can't just be shut out if they say, no, you go away now because we're in charge. And his rights are obviously being infringed upon. His rights to speech, his rights to honor the religion that he holds, and keep that and the teachings of it. And so he went back to the school, and they called the police, and he's been arrested now. So personally, I find this unconscionable because it's a Catholic school. Now, if he was in a public school and he did this, I would understand it completely because it's a public school, right? And whatever nonsense they want to get up to is, I guess, perfectly legitimate if the government backs them up on it. So, but in a Catholic school, I thought that they were supposed to, as I understand it, you can go to a Catholic school, but you don't necessarily have to be a Catholic to do it. A lot of people went there because they felt that this Catholic schools were a better fit for them. So, but this kid is a Catholic, and he was upholding Catholic values as far as this gender non-conforming transgender issue and how it's being presented. And so he's been arrested, and now lawsuits will be following, I'm quite sure. And I'd be interested to see how this all works out, because this is in Canada, and a lot of people have pointed out that Canada has kind of lost the script a little bit, and has become this, I don't know, experimental petri dish of ideas based on Marxist ideologies. And so there's pushback on it. We've seen it. It's been in the news now for a little while. But that's a very, very interesting idea about how this is working out. And so anyways, that's today's video. I know it was a little bit rambling, and it was kind of disconjointed, and I guess I got off script a bit, but that was an important issue. And to tell you the truth, I don't have a lot lined up with this. Yeah, there's a lot of research that you have to arrange it in a way so that you can get through it. And it's not that easy when you're just working off of a cell phone and making straight videos without any kind of editing. So I haven't been like putting up, some of these YouTubers are putting up like titles behind them and little things so they can add exemplars to their videos. So at any rate, this has been fun, and I hope to have you watch the video and get something out of it. And if you like to leave a like, comment, and if you'll want to subscribe to the channel, that's great too. As we all know, subscribers are the lifeblood of any YouTuber, and or anybody doing any kind of social media video presentation. So if you like the video, if you didn't like the video, I don't care, but comment, subscribe, and leave a like or a dislike. I know they don't count the dislikes on YouTube anymore because of reasons, but at any rate, I've got to go. So have a nice day, everybody, and we'll see you later.